In this episode, we're going to show you some sweeping techniques that you could apply in Muay Boran sparring sessions. First one is the Hanuman sweep, also known as Hanuman Bekchang Pochasan. And for this one, you grab hold of the leg, especially when they kick, and then you sweep from the inside. It's a very common sweep that we apply in Muay Boran because it's sort of simple and straightforward. Obviously, it's not always going to work, but when it does, you simply elevate the leg and you sweep. For this technique as well, you can actually follow through and go for that submission. Another sweep or throw is known as bensume, which is move the mountain. And you also grab hold of the leg, but you also hold the head or anything else that you could grab. The whole idea is grabbing hold of that leg and not letting go. You just have to be careful, especially when your opponent tries to punch you back. But in this situation, you could go for it. Flip the land or plik pending is another takedown that we apply in Muay Boran. And for this one, it's more of a sort of underhook grab, if you can. So you grab hold of that leg from underneath and bring it up as high as you can, and then you sort of go for that takedown. Sometimes it's going to be a problem, obviously, and you have to be careful when your opponent's going to try to strike you back. But if you're able to do it, just make it happen. Yokal prasume or carry the mountain is another takedown that we like to use. And this is another way to obviously not just sweep, but throw your opponent if you can. The idea is to bring that leg all the way to your shoulder, because then it really elevates your opponent and then you can go for that sweep. Obviously, you have to do it fast because if your opponent tries to punch you, then it could be a problem. Another throw or sweep in Muay Boran is known as Kwang Krapok Kwang Na, or the crotch throw. Right here is you sort of circle around the leg and then you sort of push forward with your hand. But the whole idea is once you scoop that leg, you sort of push the hand forward. Make sure opponent sort of go backwards and then you just use that momentum to continue the throw. Bonus technique is the Hanuman throws the giant, which is Hanuman Fat Gumpan. This is a technique that you can apply once you master your movements and timing. It is a Muay Boran technique, and if they're not careful and they don't know how to roll, they can really hurt themselves. Then of course there's many other sweeps that we do in Muay Boran. You can do that sweep where you, right here, Prachoita Nangten, which is sort of the lady sits in the branch. You can also do a version where you tangle the leg and then keep rolling to take your opponent down, as well as grabbing hold of the leg and just sort of sweeping that standing leg. That's another way that you could take your opponent down as well, right there. Again, they all have similarities. Here's a way to sort of grab hold of the leg and kick it. Again, lifting the leg out from outside and then pulling them the other way, sort of like redirecting them, is another way to take your opponent down as well. So there are different ways to do sweeps and throws in Muay Boran, but these are just some of the more common ones that we apply.